Hey everybody, we do have a warning in place, so I figured I would hop on live here and show you what's going on. Just waiting to see it show up here. It looks like we are officially live. Okay, everything's set up now. There we go. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to include Grant and LaSalle Parish. This storm... So we have a severe thunderstorm. There we go. Got to turn myself off. So the severe thunderstorm warning is in effect. This includes a little part of Wynn Parish as well. This is until 5 p.m. I've been watching this storm, and it has been kind of maturing here over the last little while. So let's first take a look, take the lightning off, take a look at that storm relative velocity and see what's happening right now. Fortunately, not seeing a big signal toward this becoming tornadic. It is something to watch here, as it looks like the inflow has been increasing just a little bit. But right now, the main threat with that storm is going to be isolated damaging wind. So I'll take a look at the base velocity, just take a look at everything, and you can see there a little surge of wind out ahead of this thing. You know what we'll do is go on over to the Gina camera and take a peek at it. See what we've got here. I'm not seeing much. I've got, I'm looking the right direction and everything here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any sort of structure to this or anything crazy. Let me move a little bit back to the left and see if I see anything different. Have we moved? Yes. Okay. Not seeing anything. I've already seen the update here on where I'm at here when I'm actually moving this on my computer. There we go. Updated for you now. Yeah, not seeing anything that jumps out and says, hey, this is rotating or anything like that. But we definitely, it's a good thing to have these cameras in place just to keep an eye on things and see in real time kind of what's happening. I'm just going to slide that back over a little bit, go back to the radar. And show you what is going on right now. There we go. Okay, back to radar. One severe thunderstorm warning is in place. That is for Grant, a little sliver of Wynn Parish, and then a good chunk of LaSalle up here in Gina and Alla. And I have a friend of mine is in Gina set up to chase, and I know there are other chasers in the area, so if something does happen here, we will know about it pretty quickly. So if you are in that area right now, I don't see an imminent threat. But I do see the threat, severe thunderstorm warning. So that is something, to respect and understand that in this environment with strong wind shear, strong southerly winds feeding into this storm that's moving on toward the east-northeast, that you got a lot of spin in there, and we could certainly see this thing ramp up in the next little bit. Now, another thing to discuss is this, which it shows me the tornado watch, but this right here is a flood warning that encompasses most of Vernon Parish. Now, they've really seen a ton of rain out there as this line is just kind of lagged back over that way. Let me go ahead and pull up the rainfall accumulation. Let's do over the last 6 hours, and this shows that we have, well, actually, let me do this one. This is an even better, higher resolution deal. So I'm going to go in and show you kind of what the amounts are. And they've said in the warning text that this area has seen about 2 to 4 inches. You can see here some totals pushing 3, at least the radar estimates. And I think what we're going to see here is another 1 to 3 inches of rain in that area. So yes, that is why there is a flood watch or a flood warning now in effect for that area. I don't see flooding being a widespread threat out of this, but lots of rain falling in this band from western Grant into southern Natchitoches down through Vernon and western Beauregard Parish, and a secondary one up through Winfield and Natchitoches. Now, in that area, we've actually seen rain kind of quit. In fact, some of our counties, my goodness, this thing's throwing me off. I'm sorry, y'all. I was thinking Texas counties. Oh, I'm sorry. Some of our parishes, Natchitoches, Sabine, you're out of the tornado watch. I need coffee or something. I apologize. But we still have that tornado watch in effect here for Rapides, Vernon, Allen, Beauregard Parish, LaSalle, Catahoula, Grant, Wynn, and then up into northeast Louisiana. I really think as these storms continue on to the northeast, we're going to see things maturing and getting a bit more severe. So if you have plans to travel and you're heading west, say you have to head to Shreveport, I think if you wait like 2-3 hours here in Alexandria, this all clears out and you'll be pretty much clear sailing to get up there. If you're heading southeast and you leave right now, you're looking pretty good, although these little isolated cells out ahead, they've been kind of interesting. Now, they're just, I believe, too small to really do anything, but we're seeing actual little bits of rotation in these weaker cells that are trying to form. So the hope is the instability stays weak, we don't tap into that, and we don't see any sort of bigger storms developing, because you can see they're teeny tiny here, but they almost look like little miniature supercells, and there is some rotation in those. Now, we're not seeing any imminent threat with those, but it is something I'm going to be watching here across the area for the next several hours. Lightning has increased with that storm, that severe cell that's moving into northern LaSalle Parish out of northeastern Grant. Still some lightning and thunder and some heavy rain here in northwestern Rapides Parish. And then we have also more storms developing back to the west near the radar site there at Fort Johnson. Now, the storm relative velocity shows that we have this line right here, this little convergence line. That's where the front's kind of catching up to everything. This storm out ahead of the main line, that's the one that we're most concerned with. But right now, it looks like this thing is just kind of gusting out. We're not seeing any real, no real signs that there is a tornado or anything like that. Okay, let me see. Hey, actually, I'm going to try something here. My friend Brett Adair, he's a chaser, very well-known chaser. Man, it's really windy at the house right now. He just said he's got the drone in the air, and I have his stream up. So what I'm going to do is pop it up, and I'm going to tell him I'm popping it up right now. He is looking at that cell west of Gina. He's been waiting in Gina. So here we go. Let's try this out, see if this works, see if you can still hear me. I think you can. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, you can. Okay, so this is a stream from Brett Adair looking, he's in Gina, and it really looks a lot like my camera. That's kind of funny. He's looking toward the west, and we're getting a couple little glitches in there, but he's looking at that storm that is moving, that severe thunderstorm that is moving into LaSalle Parish, moving toward Gina, kind of in between Gina and Alla is where it looks like the worst of this is going. I don't see anything, again, don't see anything imminent here. I don't see anything that's saying that there is a tornado close to touching down, but if he does see something, he'll let me know, and he will, and we can pull that up and show you what exactly is going on. Let's see if I can do this. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, let's move Brett, move me there. That way I'm there, and you know that I'm still here. And there's his stream. I'm learning on the fly. Popping it up. Let's see. Okay. So that is a look from a drone looking around Gina, and we're looking toward the west-northwest, seeing the base of this storm. I do not see anything imminently looking threatening, but it is this is the cell that we are currently watching here. This is the one that Brett's on, and if he does see something, we will pop that back up. Let me just, for my own sake, take a look at the Gina camera, see how different this is. I'm going to pop Brett down, and there we go. Maybe we'll see his drone out there. So there he's, oops, sorry about that, guys. There we go. It took me off and left him up. All right, so that is what's going on. We have all eyes on the storm on Gina, that is for sure. So some pretty cool stuff right there. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at radar, and then if everything's behaving itself, we will get out of here. But I did see that warning, wanted to kind of look at that cell for a little bit, and then I saw the flood warning. I said, well, I got to get on here and talk about that a bit. So if you're around the base out there, if you're in Simpson, if you're around Leesville, Rose Pine, DeRitter, you have had a lot of rainfall, and that is going to continue to fall over the next hour or two. This is eventually going to move eastward across Rapides Parish, and we will have that severe threat until this line clears the area. Could be a few cells forming behind it, but this right here, that's going to be our main thing, and you can see it's kind of tilting more toward from the southwest to the northeast. It was a little more straight up and down earlier. So as that kind of elongates, that's why we've seen these rain showers and thunderstorms training over the same locations in Vernon Parish, and that's why you have a flood warning. So I'm going to keep an eye on things here. I'm going to get out of here for now, but I will be back in just a bit if we do see anything different with that. And I'm going to be watching Brett's feed with the stream there of that drone. If you want to look at the feed of the camera in Gina or here in Alexandria, you can go on over to YouTube and check that out on the Cenla weather page. Please subscribe, like, share, all that stuff they tell you to do. I guess it's important. All right, I'm going to get out of here for now. See you back in a bit.